En la Sierra Morena vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 ay. That's my shit.
Very nice.
It is time now, finally, as the Latino Slant welcomes the one, the only, Andy Vargas. Hey, senor.
Hey.
What's up,
Start.
Santana is one of those bands that like my parents always had. They always had me dating myself. They had Santana on 8-track, they had Earth, Wind and Fire, and they had the Ohio Players. And from when I was little, I may not know the name of the Santana song, but I know it. Anything. So I'm just curious as to your thoughts.
Thank you for saying that. It's definitely I'm definitely grateful to be a part of Santana, the band, the name of the name Santana, the Santana family, Carlos and his family. There's so much history. There's so many band members and their families that have all contributed to the history of Santana. It's and then all of the fans. It's a culture. It's and honestly, I didn't really, because when you join such a an energy, just slowly, like I started peeling the onion, slowly, day by day. And a couple years into it, then I started really kind of getting a taste of what this was really about. I joined the band by auditioning. I was already working within the music business, and I was signed to RCA Records and RCA BMG, and I was working on an album, and I had had not met Carlos yet, but I had been recording my own fusion of Latin funk and Latin hip hop and things like that. And I went and into an audition there in San Francisco. I flew from like Miami, where I was at. I was working actually with John Cicada in Miami.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
yeah, one of my favorites.
Met him for the first time, and then met the rest of the band. And like right before I knew it, he started playing the guitar, and
Wow.
and I just had to jump in, and I looked around and I looked at these band members and stuff, and I saw these new faces, and to then later on get to know these people closer than sometimes you feel than family, because you spend so much time with them. That's how I joined the band. We went off on a basically, that was it. We went off on a tour. It was supposed to be a trial, but Carlos liked what I did, and I'm always learning, even from day one.
I'm an old school Santana fan. What was it like? Because I can't imagine when you got that call and then we're like, yeah, it's, you're going to be the lead singer for Santana. What was your immediate reaction? I mean, were you bouncing up and down? Were you like, oh, cool, man, cool? Or you just, what was your immediate reaction to that?
I was, let me see. So, well, when I got the call to say that I was going to go on tour, immediately I was out in San Francisco. I was at the Four Seasons, and I was on the other line with a friend, and I came back, and I think I was screaming, and I was exactly doing I was
Nice.
I was doing backflips. I was like, I just couldn't believe it, and and I was like, let's go party.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go hit San Francisco up, and I was like, yeah, that it was. I called all my family, all my friends. I called, my manager at the time, everyone that had a part in dreaming this dream with me. I called everyone, and I was just in so much gratitude. I was like in tears.
Oh, say,
Can you see by the dawn's early light whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight?
Well, I think we need to get to the heart of the matter here. Your national anthem at Dodger Stadium was quite interesting. You're wearing a Dodger jersey, but you're from Watsonville,
I am.
and
Um,
so so any of your friends, first of all, any of your friends give you grief for wearing that Dodger jersey?
no,
How did that get received back home, buddy?
well,
Mm.
my brother and I grew up A's fans. You know,
Okay.
yeah, Oakland, like full thorough Oakland guy, and hence my
A ver.
don't mess around.
Oh, the Raiders.
But
Very nice.
I've been living in Los Angeles almost more than half of my life now. And
Mhm.
I love my city. You know, I support my city 100%. It's like it was my dream. I would drive from Watsonville to Tijuana to visit my family every Christmas and summer, and I would always like drive by a certain part of Studio City where I'd see these buildings, and then then you see the Capitol building,
Right,
and
right.
down,
Mhm.
you go down into Hollywood and stuff, and I just envisioned like this is where I'm gonna be. And lo and behold, I lived in Studio City for a good 11 years, and I recorded in the Capitol building and had many meetings there, and so Los Angeles is a second home to me. So
You adopted a home, and your pops was has his own mariachi, right? Or
yes,
had
mhm.
okay is and forgive me if I don't know, but is still with us?
He
Is
is,
he,
yeah,
is he
great.
still performing?
He is. He's out there doing.
Wow.
He's out
Nice.
there doing it. He loves it.
Mm.
He's actually what we're doing now. I have a foundation, the Andy Vargas Foundation, and we're teaching kids. We're teaching kids music. I started a music program in San Bernardino, and then we switched over to do college scholarships in Watsonville. Mariachi music, is just my heart. Like yeah, I'll stop when I hear a song. I'll just stop. And it's
Mhm.
definitely to my core. And then there's just so much music that we can digest in this world. It's just so good.
Ya no estás más a mi lado, corazón. En el alma solo tengo soledad. Si ya no puedo verte, porque Dios me hizo quererte para hacerme sufrir más.
Yeah, I think because working with Carlos, it's he has, I mean, not only the singers that have been in his band, but the singers that he listens to. You know, he hears in his head and wants to kind of portray that energy in his songs on stage. So um if you let that get to you, that's a lot. So I definitely I could say that I entered into this venture and journey just always saying to myself, because if you want to go down that other route, it's endless, and you'll always be chasing and trying to, there's no way to sing exactly like anyone else, no matter how
Hmm.
much you can mimic your voice. So it was all more so maybe not finding my own voice. It was always just like trying to do my best. Like, and that means, um, you know, all the things like, really meaning the song, really preparing physically, mentally every show, connecting to your audience, being completely aware of the stage and everything that's happening in the music. All of those things, because they all play a part in your performance, because you can kind of like, I don't know if you see singers, I mean, I'm sure on stage, and they kind of get lost with audience members and stuff, and then the band's like, all right, come back, come on, come back, Carlos would just go. It's just, for me, it was just like natural though, because you never know which way things are going to go, if things go left or right, or if he has an inspiration to do something. It's just you follow, and really it's all about listening and being like really intuitively connected to where the inspiration is going to go.
Mhm.
And so I love getting together with Carlos and rehearsing, because we he's already got his songs that he's vibing on. He can't wait to play everybody, and we jam it.
Yes.
Oh, that
Andy,
reminds me.
this one is for you.
Yo, I'm actually glad you played that one because it reminded me about when
And
Andy was talking about
Darcy,
mariachi. I was wondering if we could hear your grito. Si podemos oír tu grito, Andy. Blow him up. A ver. If you're down.
Eh, so it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute, but
Yeah.
eso.
de la Sierra Morena vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 ay. That's my shit.
Very
Wow.
nice. Very
Wow.
nice.
How you make
Very
your voice sound so pretty?
Hey,
When you got to do it to eat, you do
Yeah.
whatever.
You're quick on your feet when you got to eat.
All right, Paula, let's go.